And when we seek refuge to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala from shayateen, we say min sharri al-waswas al-khannas alladhi yuwaswis fi sudur an-nas min al-jinnah wan-nas. When we seek refuge in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala from the whispering of shaitan, we say from the shaitan himself and the mankind type of shaitan. So every person who misbehaves, rejects the laws of Allah, does wicked things, whispers to others to do bad things, we call them shayateen al-ins. And there's shayateen al-jinn. The jinn, as I said, there's good jinn, like there's good human beings and bad human beings. Also the jinn, there's good jinns and bad jinns. And the bad ones, we call them shayateen. Now there are shayateen, satans, that go around, roam around, and they whisper to people to do bad things. You know, sometimes you're sitting down inside the house and sometimes, subhanAllah, you feel this whispering, you know, to do something, for example. Do something bad or watch something bad or abuse someone or steal from someone, or a bad idea comes into your mind. Know that shaitan has no authority over you. Satan's whispering has no major authority over you, whether during the month of Ramadan or during the other months. But just during the month of Ramadan, they are less likely to have an impact upon you. But shaitan, you know, many people say when they do bad things, oh, it's the shaitan's fault. They blame everything on shaitan. He went and knocked someone out. Oh, what did you do that for? It's the shaitan. Huh? Well, that's not true. Okay, that is not true. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala describes exactly what takes place the day of judgment. وَقَالَ الشَّيْطَانِ لَمَّا قُضِيَ الْأَمْرِ. And the shaitan would say when the affair has ended, the day of judgment. The shaitan will address those people who obeyed him. إِنَّ اللَّهَ وَعَدَكُمْ وَعْدَ الْحَقِّ وَوَعَدْتُكُمْ فَأَخْلَفْتُكُمْ فَلَا تَلُومُونِي وَلُومُوا أَنفُسَكُمْ. Shaitan would say, the day of judgment, when the affair has ended, he would say, Allah has promised you, and I also have promised you. But I did not fulfill the promise. إِنَّ اللَّهَ وَعَدَكُمْ وَعْدَ الْحَقِّ وَوَعَدْتُكُمْ. Allah has promised you good and the truth, and I've also promised you. فَأَخْلَفْتُكُمْ. And I've betrayed you. فَلَا تَلُومُونِي وَلُومُوا أَنفُسَكُمْ. Blame me not, but blame yourself. So the shaitan doesn't have this impact as many people think. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has said, indeed, إِنَّ كَيْدَ الشَّيْطَانِ كَانَ ضَعِيفًا. Indeed, the abomination of shaitan, the whispering of shaitan, the behavior of shaitan is weak. And Allah Azza wa Jalla has also said, إِنَّ عِبَادِي لَيْسَ لَكَ عَلَيْهِمْ سُلْطَانٌ إِلَّا مَنِ اتَّبَعَكَ مِنَ الْغَاوِينَ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has said, indeed, that my slaves, Allah addresses the shaitan saying to him, my slaves you have no authority over. You will not be able to influence them, nor indulge them, except for those that follow you, from those who are astray. Many people fear shaitan, fear being possessed, fear being bewitched. This is because of weakness of faith. This is something that we need to understand and recognize. That when you are with Allah, shaitan fears you. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, Inna ibadi laysa laka alayhim sultan. Indeed, my slaves, you have no authority over them. And shaitan admits by saying, لَأَغْوِيَنَّهُمْ أَجْمَعِينَ إِلَّا عِبَادَكَ مِنْهُمْ الْمُخْلَصِينَ. Shaitan would say, I would mislead them all. Shaitan said to Allah, I'm going to mislead all your slaves, except for the sincere ones, except for those who are tough and steadfast. Because Allah has said, Inna Allah yudafi anil ladhina amanu. Allah protects those who believe from all evil whispering. But just come closer to Allah. My dear brothers and sisters, just imagine that you are at the moment in the middle. The more that you are closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with actions, with belief, the more that the shaitan distances himself away from you. We know a man by the name of Umar radiallahu anhu. The second leader after the death of the Prophet, peace be upon him. The Prophet has said, there is no road that Umar has taken except that the shaitan took another road. ما سلك فجا إلا سلك الشيطان فجا آخر. There is no path that Umar has taken except that the shaitan has taken another path. And pre-Islamic time, this man, Umar radiallahu anhu, was a tyrant. He was brutal against the Muslims. What made this man, alhamdulillah, reach that level? That whenever he goes on a path, shaitan leads another path, fearing him. Because he had taqwa. He put his trust in Allah. He believed in Allah. So this is something that we need to keep in mind. Assalamu alaikum, Abu Hamza. Is smoking halal during the month of Ramadan? Is smoking halal during the month of Ramadan? Someone is really concerned. Someone is really, they're really preparing themselves for the month of Ramadan. Haram smoking in Ramadan and outside Ramadan. In Sha'ban, in Shawwal. Smoking is haram in January, February, March, April, June, July, all the months. It's haram. It ain't makruh. It's not makruh. It's haram. Wallahi, it's haram. Wallahi, it's haram. By Allah, it's haram. Now, you might tell me, some scholars, they say it's makruh. These scholars did not know the devastation of the smoking. At the moment, the manufacturers have written on their packs, smoking causes death, lung disease, harms pregnant women, causes cancer. And we still want to ask a shaykh, oh shaykh, is smoking halal or haram? Subhanallah, you're kidding. It's haram in the month of Ramadan, before futur, before you break your fasting, and after you break your fasting, in the month of Ramadan and other months. It's haram. Something that we need to keep in mind. Assalamu alaikum, brother Abu Hamza. I've been married for 3 weeks. Can I break my fasting by intimate relationship? La hawla wa la quwwata. Yes, you may. You may, but I prefer that you have a drink just in case you obviously faint or something like this, or you dehydrate or whatever. It's better to break your fasting on, as I said, dates or water. But if you want to break your fasting and you've only been married for 3 weeks and you can't wait till to have this intimate relationship, well, it's halal. Okay, there is nothing wrong with it. Wallahu ta'ala. I have about 25 questions in regards of brushing your teeth. That's good, that the Muslims are hygiene. And that's how we should be. Muslims are clean. There are sunan al-fitra, sunan that we must fulfill. Okay, we Muslims shave around our private parts. There is nothing wrong with it. We need to speak about this. Inna Allah la yastahi min al-haq. Allah is not embarrassed about the truth. Armpit, you must shave, male and female. Cutting your nails. Okay, hands and feet, your toes. It's important that Muslims stay clean. Once the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ saw a man and his hair is all over the place, scrubby, dirty. He said to him, do you have money? He said, yes, I have so much of camels and so much of sheep and this and that. He said, Inna Allah yuhibbu an yara athara ni'matihi ala abdih. Allah loves to see the blessing that He has given you by you spending it. Muslims are supposed to be clean. They're always supposed to smell good. Wallahi, some of the Muslims, you'd want to walk close to them and you're worried. Should you put, something on your nose or whatever, a couple of cottons or whatever. Yeah, Muslims are clean. You should always smell nice. You should always look good. Not just internal, also, not just in belief, also our body. That's why we wash before every time we pray. When we go to the toilet, there is nothing wrong with it. Let's be realistic. A Muslim, you should have a bottle of water in your right hand and pour it with your left hand and clean your private part, front and back. This is important. Some of the